Great and beautiful morning and evening to you all, whatever you are joining me at this hour. Welcome to 477 edition of Invest Data in Academy Live with Ambrose. Yes, I can say that stock market across the globe are looking very dicey, and why I say dicey because some of the markets are in red while others are what are in green. But in general, I would say a mixed market to use that language so that we can know that not all of these markets are down. Some are looking up right away. Let's start from what is happening in Asia market this morning. I'll say that Asia stocks are looking southward at this hour as a result of what political turmoil in South Korea. After the marital is it policy I'll call it or law was pushed by the president, and that trigger riot and even fear and the threat of what impeachment. These are also way on the market in that region as we speak. Yes, also in China, I think that China's stock indices or the measure the market are also down as we speak at this hour. The only place we are seeing an up a green market now is in India as a result of what the positive service sector positive manager index that were released in that environment that have put that market also in green in India as we speak right away. That will say the Nifty 50 future is in green. It has opened on a green one this morning. But I tell you, the majority of stocks in China are also looking up, especially what we call the chip making or let's say tech companies are also supporting the market this Wednesday as the government also recommended a good move for an industry for that, even against the buying of US made chips. This is a good move for that. That also has spoiled the kind of demand, bigger demand for local made chips, in that market. That also supported the market, even when the overall Chinese index is down by about 0.3 as we speak right away. But some of the sectors are in green, and that has supported the market as we speak. Yes, Philippines also index, is also in green. This was in addition to that we have seen in in um, in India, Taiwan too. I'll tell you at this hour too also the market there are also is looking good. But Australia stock also also looking a bit in red as a result of what weak GDP that were released recently to the market. That gross domestic product data shows that the country economy has also kind of had recorded a slow growth than expected in September in September quarter. These are the things that also impacting that market. Even also the the Reserve Bank of Australia could also cut rate sooner than expected, even before now. They continue to, but let's see that this they also try to start cutting to see the economy coming back again. The economy is struggling. I'll tell you that economy in Australia that speak now is also struggling with the sticky word inflation, and the high interest rate. To revive the economy, I'll tell you almost the same situation Nigeria is having or kind of undergoing is what we're seeing there. That's why we are seeing a soft growth in their GDP, just like we're seeing all this one, in Nigeria. Even come to Nigeria market to discuss that. Yes, as well, let's also look away to what is happening in Europe. Europe market has opened missed as we speak now. Like I mean, there missed, and I tell you that there's a lot of challenges facing that domain. I think that France, political unrest is also, since the last June election, where the president of the prime minister there, this are good that that country France, on a bigger political turmoil. All this while that's also pulling, and at the same time, the economy there, the economic data there in that zone, look at the Germany, the highest economy that is still struggling, with their GDP. France with a political issue. Even in UK was saying that the inflation also have kind of resurfaced. That means they are going to buy goods at this season at a high cost. These are the things that also playing that region. And even when you go to US market a bit look a bit better. Why I say better? I'll tell you that post Trump election was seen that new highs for US market index, and that is a good news for them. Even when Nasdaq is already forming a double top right now because of what that's only fear we're having. But for S&P and others, they are still making a new high, and that is a lot of what cyclical stocks and value sector the one driving this world is driving this movement in that. So, but I would say that most investors in our market players in this mature economy are doing what called sector rotation. Is continue to to move around. That are also help US market as we speak now. But I believe that as Europe face another challenge of what challenge of this stagnated growth, tariff threat that have been across most of them, even China are threatening. But that's why China are looking inward in their local material chips to see that we can do. And at the same time, political someone in France have also put that region, that eurozone market in this situation. You can see that we are seeing that this disparity between US market and Europe market will continue in 2025. Why? I think that fear or no in going to Euro market to trade stock, and that's why emerging market and also see funds traders or investor market fund managers in this domain leaving already. Check, I said it in October, they were saying that funds are leaving this Euro market to other places where there's opportunity. I said if we get it right in Nigeria, as one of the emerging market, we might see funds still coming, but it depends on our policy in 2025 and also what we are seeing now, even the idea is coming at end. We just saw when I come to Nigeria market people that if you look at what is happening in Africa, Africa is having a mixed market. Even this morning, we see that NGS is also in green, which is good news for the market. So NGS have experienced what we call a seesaw movement in the last 2 weeks. Starting from last week to what we are seeing today. Even today, week to date, we have seen up and down. Now market is up again against yesterday. The market pulled back. On Monday it was up. Though the same trend we saw last week that's continue, and that's preparing the market opportunity to what of course Santa Claus rally that expect to come that is seasonal. And when you see this seasonal, in likely playing out, you must follow the trend. And I tell you that one of the sector or one of the stock will trigger this Santa Claus rally into going to next week. That is why you should prepare yourself and buy into value and buy into good stock that has the upside potential. That is where you should also be putting your money right away as we speak. Yes, back to Africa as I said earlier. Look at the market in Nigeria now. Let's quickly look at what is happening in Nigeria market, because we have a lot to do before we go to looking at the result that came from FCMB and also looking at the chart. Want to discuss the how you can the power of candlestick. But let's look at what is the market data for Nigeria right away that can have an idea and also forge ahead from there to move toward other things this morning, because that will help us to make what informed investment. But right away now, I said that NGS in Nigeria is still looking on green. If you look at this line, I don't know this line chart as here, I'm already seeing a sign that the market is looking up. So they're going to also discuss when I come to chart. You can see that it's already a double top here, and that's why when I say that the index is up by almost, index has crossed another circle line of 78,000 this morning again, reading 78,190.29. Market is all by 487.73 basic point, representing about 0.51. This is the state of the market right away. But if you look at market break, which I've said that despite market oscillation of volatility, we are seeing expansion in market break, which is a sign of positioning and a sign of what of what we call momentum flow in the market. As we speak now, we're having 21 stocks in green right away, and white 21 stocks, 11 stocks are in red on the NGS. This price is good news for the market. We have said the market breadth has been expanding. Let's start from the top losers right away. Out of the 11 that I said are in red, I think that HM Core, like the new listed company on the NGS, is down by 9.1%, trading around 5 naira 86 kobo, followed by PZ. PZ, also is also down 8.9%, followed by Flower Mill 75. I'm not surprised. And the Keja Hotel is also pulled back to 7 naira 80 kobo, down by 6.3, and Vital Foam also down by 5.5. 2 naira 22 naira 20 kobo. This is the top 5 losers. Right away, you also look at the top gainers. We're kind that the initial PLC is also up, leading by 9.7%, followed by FTM Cocoa, also 9.5%. NEM Insurance is also up by 9.3%. NEM is trading at 9 naira 50 kobo right away. You can see that Conhol have also continued to move in the green. Even for this week again, trading around the 2 naira 55 kobo, up by 8.1%. And WAPCO also maintain a good momentum as we speak, trading at 75 naira 50 kobo, up by 7.6%. This is for the gainers. In terms of volume, which is very, very important, we are seeing a pullback in fertilizer after rallying from as low as 60 naira to almost 50 kobo, to almost 1 naira 26 before pulling back. What fertilizer is traded 87.1 million shares at this hour, followed by WAPCO 40.2 million shares, and the GTCO 12.6 million shares, sorry, and UBA have traded what 11.3 million shares at this one, and no Access Corp have traded 10.1.6 million shares at 54 naira 5 kobo at this hour. This is the market activities as to speak now. Yes, back to what to the earnings that were released to the market on yesterday from FCMB. But before I go into this figure, I want to really like that. I've said in this class that if you know how to use economic event and data. Yesterday we saw that the position manager for the month of November, we saw an ease in terms of business activities but still that I think that the business activities remain in the red. What I mean it's still in contraction. Despite that, we have seen an ease from when the position manager index reached kind of an improvement from 46.9 points in October, moving up toward 49.6 basic point as we speak. But it is that it's still below 50, which shows that they were still not struggling. Once you see anywhere in the world, we are seeing that position manager, either service or my friend sector, is still below 50. I mean, it's still what they are still struggling. But now, I see that even with improvement we've seen from October to November, and November can be attributed despite the inflationary pressure that have kind of put a lot of things on the weak side. But I think that because of end of the year seasonality, many companies reorder or kind of also have improved preparing for what seasonality. These are the things that you can see that have helped this figure to improve from 46.9 in October to 49.6 in November. Good one. This slight improvement was as a result of what, like I said earlier, as a result of the festive period ahead that was approaching, as many of the company continue to reorder, and even in the midst of inflationary pressure and also mismatch policy of the government that have not given a clear direction where the economy is going. But good thing that you know that as far as the position manager index headline have remained below 50 basis points for the past 5 consecutive months. That is a wrong signal that the what you are seeing rate hike and also economic have not really impacted the economy positively. Seeing a GDP figure that grew for the third quarter is just artificial. What I mean artificial is just isn't it impacted the regrowth that comes from these sectors, and that is why service sector continue. Why the sector that employ Nigerians, which is also the manufacturer, are still in weak position. That's why I think that we know that if economy have remained under below 50 for more than out of 11 months we have seen so far this year, we have seen that for good 5 months is a sign that we need to revisit our economic policy and also look at what the rate hike has also done on the economy. I have said before more than many times that the today inflation in Nigeria is beyond what interest rate checking in because of what this is a systematic problem. We need to look at this thematic issue because it is not really only liquidity push inflation. We are seeing other thematic impact. We need to address it. Insecurity, farmers not being farmed, a lot of things for the imported inflation because of high exchange rate. All these things have to also be addressed, and if we want to do that, we need to start reviewing all our policy now and see where we are going. And at the end of the day, the Nigerians can smile, and also kudos to this government because of what they have promised. Once that cinema bringing point or bringing light, people also appreciate them. I know that the government has good intention for the government. It needs also review their policy. That is the essence of a policy maker. When you make policy, you review, to see where we have improved, to add more to strengthen it. You also review to see where it has not done well. You also bring a new idea to fix that place and continue. That is why no policy is cast on stone. You need to review your policies and that 90 days, 6 months, 1 year, as we review to see how that goes. That is why I believe that policy makers or economic managers will go back and review their policy for almost 2 years now to see if their policy have achieved what really they have set to achieve, and who also have been reflected in the life of Nigeria. Has it also boosted our employment capacity as a nation? Has it created wealth for Nigeria? These are the things used also. The policy is not just to make policy. How has it transformed the economy? Is the figure we are seeing today better figure? We are still having mixed macroeconomic data that are coming and there. It shows that we need also to sit down, look at our policy as we speak. These are the things We need to do, but right away, before I go into looking at the candlestick position, let's look at the result that came from what that came from FCMB. I've said earlier. Here is the figure I've displayed here. You can see it here, and this is a third quarter result, and that means from January to what to the to the last day of September 2024. This is the position of the bank or the holding company FBN Holding. Sorry, FCMB Holding. This you can see here for this number. If you look at the figure that we're just seeing now, you can see that figures don't lie. It gives you exactly what is happening in that environment, that you can also appreciate and also read in between lines to make what informed decision. That's why at any given time it's good for you as analyst or for investor to have your eyes on what on these figures that guide whether you should hold your position or not. That's why I say for any trader or investor in the market to hold your position, let the earnings of that company guide you. When you are buying for long term or short term, for any holding position on regular basis, look at the quarter earnings to see if there is still hope, if there is still no strength on that company by looking at the company performance on quarterly earnings to guide you on what to do when you are when you are investing or trading, because these are the things that will also shape sentiment in the market and also give direction in the market. That's why it's good for you to pay attention to all this when it comes to what investment. Looking at let's start from in any analysis we are looking at any result we are looking at three phase of that number or three parts of that number. One is what your call a profit and loss account, the balance sheet, and also the cash flow. Starting with what the comprehensive income statement for this 9 months of 2024 for FCMB group. If you look at the figures here, you can see that for me, I'll say that yes, the numbers were seen at 2 digits, but we need to understand that some of these figures also, need to know why there's something that put them up and why they are not meeting up to what investors are expecting, despite all the the policy in the monetary policy that have also impacted them. It's a number pointing to what investors expected. Will it support the price to move at this point? Will the earnings we are seeing support the support the dividend payout at the end of the day? You need to pay attention on all this because these are the things that is very, very important to know. Yes, if you look at the top line, which is the gross earnings here, you can see that the gross earnings move from 351.53 billion to 587.177 billion. For me, it's a good one, about almost a 70% up in the green. Good news for this company or this group for me. Also, if you look at also the interest income and expenses, also or go to net interest income, and that it moved from this point to this level. But you can see that if you look at the movement from 120.47 billion to 173, you said it's not as the difference is not much. The guy can say that notice that the cost of collecting this money is what was going to the cost. If you look at the interest in the interest expenses that moved from 118 to almost doubling. I think it's almost 271.99 billion. That has also affected. That's why we are seeing this kind of change here. That is not much as of what the high cost of what interest, expenses. Let me put it the kind of expenses. The collect plus. You need to also when people are depositing, you need to also know how also you need to take care of their interest. These are the things we are seeing. But if you look at what we call the commission and income, you can see also the fees and income. You can see that it was also not too much from 41 to 51. I would say this is not much for this quarter. And at the end of the day, you can see that the net trading income also was one that was very huge here. And also you can say the FS gain, you can target 5. You can see that it was moved from 9.3 billion to 49.85 billion. This had made much impact on this result. You can see it here. And other incomes also that came, you can see that from these are the things that really impacted the number. And at the end of the day, we're having a profit of 82.39 billion against 49.15 billion. You can see these are also about 50% also. Oh, sorry, about also 70% percent in the word growth in terms of change in what in movement of profit level or profitability line or the bottom line. You need to call it. At the end of the day, we want to know what is the earning per share for this period because it's very, very important. Here, if you see the earning per share that you are seeing here now, I'll tell you that this is also already an analyzed earning per share of what of 5 naira. Sorry, an earning per share of 5 naira 55 kobo. You can see here, I'll say there is an annualized earning per share, but you can see that the real earning per share, for this product will be around 4 naira 20 kobo against 2 naira 50 kobo in 2020. You can see here, this, like, for me, I believe that investors should be guided on this figure to know exactly what they are gaining from it. But if you look at there's also improvement in what we call return on equity, also has improved for this product to around 21% or 20.9 or 21% want to approximately. This is also a return on capital for this product also is looking in the green. For me, it's a good one also, for them. But I believe that investors should keep their eyes on this bottom line to see at the end of the year what was. If for Q3 already seen about 4.1, or we are seeing for the 5.5, if you give an insight, if at the end of the year they achieve 5.5, what will be the dividend? Are they paying 2 naira? Are they paying 3 naira from what, from it? Or are they paying just 1 naira 20 kobo? Don't forget that this company also dividend payout are also relatively not attractive for before now. They are very conservative in their dividend payment. It's also what you should consider now that also they've increased their share in issue as a lot of public market activities. When they list that number of shares and their earnings is not doubled, how is it going to affect the bottom line of the end of the day? You can see that already cost of the private market activities are reflected on what, on their net income, net interest margin. We need to also look at that. So I think that investors should pay attention to this as we speak. Yes, when you look at the cash flow, the balance sheet remain robust. I will tell you that they can see the net assets and the total liability. You can see that the what we call net assets is also looking good. I can only look at the shareholders fund. That will make it easier for you. Shareholders fund, which is equity, you can see that at the end of the day, shareholder fund is also very positive here. You can see it here. Very, very good. For me, it's a good one for the company, but also for the group. But as investor, you must look at it. Like I said that for financial sector, their cash flow might be negative at times. But what matters that because of the nature of their business, when you see negative cash flow for most of the banking financial company, you don't bother yourself much because of the nature of their business. But when it becomes remain concurrent continually, but you see a positive one is a good one for me. Also, if you like to look at the cash flow for FCMB, it's a good one. You can see that there's improvement from the previous 2023 performance third quarter to 2024. This is a good improvement for me for the bank, which is good that cash flow is very, very tight. That means this is a company that's why you see that banking sector, when they pay dividend, before you know it, they don't take 1 month, they don't take 4 months of their pay dividend in March and be paying in August and paying in September. It shows that how liquid those companies. But for the bank, that they are liquid, their cash flow remain top notch. For me, it's a good one for the bank. Let's quick one. Let's go back to our chart right away. You can see the chart display now. We want to look at the power of what candlestick. Candlestick help you to read a lot of things in the market. That's what we call it a price action in another language. But what do that when you look at, you want to see the bullishness or the sentiment or the psychology of people in the market, it is this candlestick that help you to read their psychology. That's why we have different type of candlestick. We have with their pattern or with their shape, give you insight what investors are doing in that particular. That's why if you know how to read your chart very well with your candlestick, I'll tell you, you get the keys in the market. Why does it make it? Because you know exactly when the market or players or when investors are also at the time of taking a decision. You will know. Why do you know? Because you as a trader investor, you have seen this candlestick giving you an insight what is happening, what is the psychology of the investors in the market is very, very important. That's why in reading momentum, even reading your indicators with the help of candlestick, you can interpret your indicators very well, you can interpret your chart very well. That's why you must pay attention to candlestick. And as I say, candlestick is one thing that I know for everyone that want to really stay ahead of the market, you must pay attention to candlestick so that when you understand it, it gives you an insight how or give you an edge over those that are guessing, playing the market without a technical analysis. While even the fundamental might be good, the right price to buy a stock, the right price to sell a stock, it's your technicals that will help you to know exactly what you are doing. That's why when you pay attention to your technicals, you help you to do scalping, help to do day trading, because that is the only way you can stay ahead of the market. I tell you that in any environment where there's a fast moving market or the market is low, you must know where the money is flowing from. How will you know where the money is flowing? It will also be helpful to know why, because you see the green candles, you see the red candle, it tells you where the money is flowing from. Even at the general market, or looking what sector, or we are looking at what at individual store. That is why when it comes to trading fast market, you are also trying to understand where our money living, the stock are a lot of funds coming to the market. And you also want to know where there is money in the market. Where is that money in the market? And that's how you must find out with your candlestick to exactly know where the money is going. And if you look at the green candlestick, it tells you what is happening, like I said earlier, and if you look at the red one, it tells you what's happening. That's why you must use it to combine with other time frame and also other momentum indicator, so that at the end of the day, you're able to manage your own emotion. Well, that is the only way to manage your emotion. When you see the behavior of others in the market, you as a trader will be able to manage your emotion by seeing how they are behaving, and you will now behave contrary to what they are saying, so that you cannot stay ahead of them. Because it helps you to know exactly to manage your entry, your exit. That's why you must also pay attention to other time frames when we are looking at looking at your candles. That's why in this class, when I come to look at the market, I do a 5 minutes, I do at times 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, to know even a day or a month. This time frame will help you to know where is the market going on, what is the heartbeat of the market at that particular time. That's why we must pay attention to your candlestick. That is what I want you to know this afternoon, that you must pay attention to your candlestick so that you can stay ahead of the market. Even when you are seeing our market here, if you take a straight, if you take a straight, let me say this is from the month of March. Let me say here from March now. This is the March this year. Take a straight there. You can see that, oh, the market since March, I mean after market have done a rally in January this year. I see that since March the market is having what? You can see that the market is having a downtrend. But in between that trend, there's opportunity to buy low and sell high. You can see it here. But it is this kind of thing will tell you whether it will turn up or down, because you understand here. You can see when you see this kind of signal in the market, after market has come down, has come down to this level, you now see, what level. You see, after we are seeing this kind of resistance here, you see what's going to happen. But now that we are seeing here, let's go to where it is today. This is the recent market. Today is almost the fourth trading day of the third trading day of the month of December. We were up on the first trading day of the week, down the second day, up on the third day, which is today. So you can see that this candlestick have kind of, that is why this is a bullish word engulfing. They are taking care of all this cover. That is a bullish engulfing. A bullish engulfing for what? For the market on what? On a daily chart. On a daily chart, you can see here. Because the volume is relatively low, but this is a good volume. But you can see that it's almost, as you speak now, relatively below what the average traded volume as you speak. But you can see that it's a good one. Also, if you want to count, to bring order to see that momentum as a momentum flowing on the market, you must look at what indicators. That's what I call other factors or indicators that will help us to read the market very well. So you know exactly what I am saying. Your MACD is very, very important here. Your T line is also very, very important. Don't forget that your T line, okay, is 8 days moving average exponential. You must pay attention to that. You can see as we speak now, the market is trading above what? Above the T line. Yesterday, it traded flat at even when market rallied to above 98,000 mark. It pulled back. But this quantity are breaking down that report. You can see that there's a double top what market is forming right now. This point at this point. What does this tell you? A breakout of this level, breakout of this 98,190 today will give you a new uptrend again from there. But now this will form double. I mean, market can get this like a ceiling. When market rallied to this level, it came down. Now it's back to that level again. It is now the momentum behind the market, or the market forces, or what we call it, the market sentiment that will determine whether the breakout. So that is why at the end of today, you see whether the market. But we are seeing the market in the that is supported today. First of all, almost 400 naira gain in what in Seplat, and also WAP also up as high as 75.50 as we speak now. That's not where the market is more. But like I said, we are seeing more buyer in the market than was seller. You can clearly know that yes, within the volatility, design investor and smart trader are taking opportunity to buy into value ahead of what? Ahead of the year end. And don't forget that seasonality helps you to know, because it is pattern that repeats itself for several years, for 10 years, for 5 years, that you can read. And know that this season we are entering now is what Santa Claus rally that will start last from now to what? End of January. Why January? That January have take pattern. The when people ask me, say go and check when that NSC also have given the the operators, which is the company, opportunity that if you want to wait the end of March to release the results, that's 90 days, you must release unaudited account in the first month. No, that means a quarter after. That means for that fourth quarter ending December, in January, release the number. And that have changed, the perception of the market. Not only that, people get information to position forward for the dividend. Those that are released results for the month of January give an insight that yes, between that January to the end of March, you see their full year. So seeing their earning performance forward for audited account, give an insight what you expect in terms of dividend on numbers when it's audited. No, those that not release the result in that January will release that on audited account, sorry, before end of what February. That's why I say most of the bank comes in February because these banks don't release their audited account in January. And it depends on what the company have choose. Why do they release their number audited account in January to release their audited account on or before what 31st of March. Then from April, you start seeing the first quarter performance of 2025 also in the market. Giving you know insight what you expect from this company at the moment because you have seen their past performance in the previous year. That's why you must going to look at what its company earnings sending up. You must pay attention to all this, especially it comes with seasonality, knowing that the first quarter of 2025 is the peak of any season in Nigeria because most companies that ask December and release their number in that period, that changes the value of the market. And that's why I say this information that you need that will support your work, your price. Even though you're a trader or you're an investor, you need all these ideas to also know how to stay put in the market and also want to work to cut your loss when the market will go against you. You must have all this at the back of your mind to stay ahead of the market. Yes, for those that take advantage of this kind of window would have closed since last Saturday, but some are still calling to say it has closed. But for those that still want to participate, you can still go ahead and pay your reward for 60 naira. And I can see that today we saw a lot of people paying because of what we already prepared that there are two stocks that will give you 200% return in 2025. 200% return is good, and where you see that for 2025, these stocks are going to be back. And as you join the class on Saturday, hopefully by God on the 7th of December, at the end of the day, you look at you see this stock and go and position what makes difference that after the class go and work and take action. Yes, today I would say that for live class, investor is likely, we're drawing the curtain for today for the year because of our activities, we're having our investment on the paper phone, and that also we are going to resume live class again in January, hopefully by God's grace. But for Q&A, we're still going to open after the investment 25 next Saturday. Also, that also will be where also be winding off also for the year. But today, I will say thank you for being there for us and also for turning to this channel. We also want to say thank you and encourage you that if you have gained impact here, you need to also share this link to others so that also they evaluate. And also thank you for being there for us for this year. And also we look forward to see you and wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. See you in 2025, hopefully by God's grace, as from second week of January. Then start also looking at this market on daily basis as we do this year, 2024. I appreciate you all for your time. Say thank you and God bless you all. Enjoy your trading day. Bye.